Good evening and welcome back to the channel. Today we are breaking down one of the most dangerous and closely watched flashpoints in the global politics right now. The rising tensions between the United States and Iran. With warships moving into the Middle East, the sharp warning from the Tehran and growing global anxiety, one big question is being asked everywhere. Are we heading towards another Middle East war? Over the past few weeks, the United States has increased its military presence in the region, deploying naval assets and reinforcing its forces near the Persian Gulf. The US officials describe this as a clear defensive move aimed at deterrence and protecting allies. But for Iran, the message looks very different. Tehran sees this as a direct threat. Iranian leaders have responded with strong rhetoric, warning that any US strike, even a limited one, would be treated as an act of all-out war. Military readiness has reportedly been raised, and the state media has been pushing messages of resistance and retaliation. This back and forth escalation has put the entire region on edge. So, why are the tensions rising now? One major factor is Iranian internal crisis. The country has been dealing with the widespread protest driven by economic hardships, inflation, unemployment, and political frustration. These protests have been met with a harsh crackdown, drawing international criticism and increasing pressure on Iranian leadership. Historically, moments of internal instability in Iran have often coincided with tougher external posturing. Another key issue is the Iran's nuclear program. For years, the United States and its allies have accused Iran of pushing closer to the nuclear weaponing capability, something Tehran denies, insisting its program is for peaceful purposes. However, the collapse of previous nuclear agreement and renewed sanctions have deepened mistrust on both the sides. Then there's history. The hostility between the United States and Iran didn't start overnight. From 1979 Iranian Revolution to years of sanctions, proxy conflicts, cyber attacks, and confrontation across Iraq, Syria, Yemen, and the wider Middle East. This long memory of conflicts makes de-escalation incredibly difficult. But does all this mean war is inevitable? Not necessarily. A military buildup does not always lead to war. Often, it's meant to send a signal to deter the other side from taking action. Both Washington and Tehran understand that a full-scale conflict would be devastating, not just for them, but for the entire region and the global economy. At the same time, the risk of miscalculation is real. One wrong move, one misinterpreted strike, or one incident involving proxy forces could spiral out of the control very quickly. That's what makes this moment so dangerous. If a war were to break out, the consequences could be global. The Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important shipping routes, could be disrupted, sending energy prices soaring. Middle Eastern countries could be pulled into the conflict either directly or indirectly. Global markets would react and major world powers would be forced to take sides. This is why many countries are calling for a restraint and diplomacy. Behind the scenes, indirect communication channels are still believed to be open, even if the public statement remain aggressive. For now, the diplomacy is fragile, but not completely dead. So where does that leave us? Right now, the United States and Iran standoff sits at a critical crossroad. Military pressure is increasing, rhetoric is heating up, and the margin for error is shrinking. But another Middle East war is not inevitable. Yet, what happens next will depend upon decision made quietly, not just a loud warning we hear in the public. As always, staying informed matters. If you found this breakdown useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this conflict can still be avoided? Or are we moving toward a war? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.